Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are talking Dyad and the Force. As usual, we have an awesome show planned for you. Myself, Element, and we have CorelliaCoffeeWorks here. Today we're going to be talking about our Star Wars Celebration pre-planning. We got some Bad Batch Episode 3 breakdowns, and whew, yeah, there was some heavy stuff this episode. Also, we are going to have our first tournament preliminary Kahoot quiz. So if you are wanting to win a sweet level up lightsaber, and you know a lot of stuff about the original trilogy, then stick around for that because that's going to be your first ticket in order to try and win that. That's all happening right here on Dyad in the Force.
Unseen for generations, a Dyad in the Force.
That's awesome. I forgot that was going to play on my speakers, and I'm pretty sure you heard it, guys. Welcome, guys, to Dyad in the Force, episode 27. We are here with Haley, the beautiful Haley, CorelliaCoffeeWorks. How's it going?
Going well. Woke up from a nap like an hour ago, so ready to go.
I think Brandon has a confession to make as well.
Yeah, no, I was napping too, but I mean, I've been sick. Leave me alone.
Hey, I'm not dragging you. Definitely naps are welcome in my household as well. So let's take a look.
It's weird because I normally don't ever take them, and I just like hammer on the stuff I want to do, and like I've been sleeping a lot. It feels weird.
Yeah,
It's good. Your body's doing what it needs to do.
Yeah, it's healthy for sure. I read that there was like it's actually healthier to take a 20-minute power nap than it is to nap for 3 hours.
Sure.
I can see that. I have no control over it right now.
Yeah, let's take a look at who is in the chat right now. We have a lot of people. Ace Bronx, Ace Ad Astra. Sorry for that slip. Arya L, Brian with the bread. That's what I'm going to call you. Cad Bane, Chris Webster, Klein Saunier, Darth Heirloom, Darth Porkins, Harith Productions, Julia Christine, Master 2187, Rubik's Killer, St. Pat, The Obese Pancake. Welcome to the show. And for those of you who do not know CorelliaCoffeeWorks or Haley, do you want to introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, I am CorelliaCoffeeWorks on TikTok and make Star Wars videos. I just started an Instagram as well, so I'm on there too now. That is who I am.
And
I will have to follow that.
Wait, you don't follow her
On Instagram?
Oh,
not yet.
And you're also reading the High Republic, right?
I am loving the High Republic. I'm not into any of the comics, but I love watching all of your comic reviews, so I actually know what's going on. But wow, loving the High Republic.
It's always so amazing to see so many more people like into the High Republic. You know, I mean, you go on TikTok, you see your token sequel hatred, and then like you go on YouTube and you see the High Republic hatred, but then you realize that, you know, a lot more people are reading these things than you realize. You know, you look at the New York Times bestseller list, you look at how many prints they're going through, and then, you know,
There are more of us.
Yes, there's definitely more of us. There's a theory that Jar Jar is a gray Jedi droid who's actually a gonk in disguise. That's for sure a troll. For sure. Do you want to comment on that?
I love it.
I mean, I would love because you know gonk droids have those legs. Like we saw one on the ship in Bad Batch. You know, in the last episode where you picked it up and straightened it out. It would be hilarious if like there was someone where like you pull up the top and it is like, you know, hopefully not Jar Jar. That would terrify me to no end. But I could see it. I could see someone hiding in one of those.
I can't remember who it was, but I saw a TikTok last night going through a Wikipedia article about like a gonk droid cult or like religious sect. And I don't remember the details, but it was something. I love gonk droids.
There's a huge cult following for gonk droids, aren't there?
That's actually one of my favorite Battlefront 2 mods. They put a gonk droid skin over Count Dooku. So it's just a gonk droid with a lightsaber that's just like oddly stuck to its side, and you just go around and wreck people. It's pretty cool.
Let's see. Rubik's Killer says, "Can someone tell me her TikTok?" Well, someone answered in the Fern answered you in the chat, but it is of course at CorelliaCoffeeWorks, and I think her Instagram is also CorelliaCoffeeWorks.
It's all CorelliaCoffeeWorks.
Listen, if ever there was a need for like a in-universe coffee shop on the Galactic Star Cruiser,
Yeah.
Haley's doing the
Absolutely.
CorelliaCoffeeWorks.
All of your calf needs.
Oh yeah, and we would need like an in-universe cast member to play Chase, calf runner on Hoth.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that character that you see briefly when Han and Leia are arguing in the tunnel, and someone like randomly kind of squeezes through them and keeps going. Yeah, he's a full character, has a whole story. It's interesting.
Yeah, I love that these characters are getting their just desserts, you know.
Yeah.
Also, I do not want to fail to mention Ace Bronx's $2.99 super chat. Thank you for, what is that, 3-4 ramen packs? We'll just go with a solid 5, right? A 5-pack? No, they come in evens, right? It's a 6-pack ramen.
6-pack ramen of like neoguri, something like that.
Yeah.
Seafood flavor, spicy seafood.
Haley, what's your favorite ramen?
Oh, they just changed the name of it. I can't remember. I just really like the like soy sauce flavor. But yeah. I can't beat like actual ramen places though. There's one near my house that I just absolutely go wild for.
Yeah. Of course you can't beat the real ramen. I'd say probably it's a generic answer, but well, no. I only eat the Sapporo Ichiban brand. And they have that, you know, the tonkotsu flavor, which everyone who knows Sapporo Ichiban knows that flavor. What about you, Brandon?
I'm fortunate enough to live right next to a Zion market here as well as an H Mart, and whenever I go through, I always buy whatever I find the most interesting. So I try to buy them. I buy them in the bowls already, and then I just buy like 20 different ones each and every time. And I love spicy foods. So anytime I'm seeing people doing the like spicy ramen challenges, I'm getting the 2X and the volcano and all that stuff too.
Very nice. Also, next time you find yourself smart.
Okay. Some Copico.
Yeah, cappuccino candies. Vanessa will tell you all about it, but they're really great. They help you focus. Let me start some music here so you guys aren't in silence, chat. So our first small mini segment here is, of course, our Star Wars celebration pre-planning. They changed it. This is disappointing to me because the original date for it was 2022, August 22. It was a day before my birthday. Would have been an awesome celebratory note, you know. But they changed it to, what did they change it to? May
22nd, was it?
Oh, it's the same thing, but in May.
Sorry,
That sounds
May
right.
26th through 29th. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, Haley is officially invited to the Dyad meetup. I don't know how many people are. I don't know if the chat, how many of you guys are planning to go to Star Wars Celebration. I know we still have to cop tickets, but we're gonna do our best. But the essential thought is that we're all going to meet up, and it's just gonna be a good time. The Star Wars TikTok community has been probably the best community that I've ever been a part of. And meeting everyone, because we all met under the pandemic circumstances, right? We all started in the pandemic circumstance. We're like, what am I gonna do? I'm staying home. I'm gonna make some content. So I made some content, and then people followed us, right? So then we meet other content creators, and now, we have to meet up. And what are our initial plans right now, Choco, for Celebration? What are we planning to do for this meetup?
Oh man, I mean, it's hard to say because there's going to be so many Star Wars fans in the area. Yes, the Anaheim Convention Center is right across the street, pretty much from Disneyland. So I mean, downtown Disney or hanging out there is always available. Still might be packed. I don't know if anyone else is willing to go off campus. But I would also love some sort of ramen run for us. If we can get me, you, and Haley. I think Mesa Windu is down for it, and Shaylee is.
That's gonna be a packed ramen run. I'm sure everyone loves ramen.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys do? You guys get the chashu? Typical chashu with miso base?
I mix it up sometimes, but yeah, depends on what this. If the place has, I guess you could say I'm a ramen whore because I like all of it. Like I'm not gonna be disappointed, but I like to find out whatever the shop's specialty is, like that they're known for this, and I'll always try that.
Haley's favorite ramen is soy sauce, so I'm pretty sure what you order at the ramen places is a shoyu base.
Yes, absolutely. Don't usually do miso, but sure, it's absolutely fantastic.
We're not prejudiced towards other flavors. We have our preferences,
Exactly.
of course. So this is your official confirmation. You are coming to Star Wars Celebration and meeting up with it.
Totally. Yeah, I definitely will because I had only thought about going to Celebration at the very start of the pandemic last year when we thought it was going to be 2 weeks, and I was Googling when is Star Wars Celebration? How can I get tickets? And that was right when they canceled it for 2020. And then it just has not been on my mind. And so now hearing that the dates came out and hearing that you're doing a whole meetup, wow, I am absolutely going to be there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Star Wars lawyer.
And unfortunately, I couldn't make it to Chicago, which I've heard amazing things about. But as someone who does frequently go to different conventions and things like that, I mean, I'll tell you right now, Celebration 2015 is my favorite con I've ever been to. I work with Comic-Con every year, which sadly was canceled again this year. But with them, we used to go to Kamikaze, which is renamed Stanley's Comic-Con, and WonderCon in Anaheim, which is the same people as Comic-Con. And there's another one in Long Beach I'm not remembering the name of, but Celebration is the best. So you guys are in for an awesome time. And considering how much new content we've been getting, I can't imagine what it's going to be like this upcoming year.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be great.
Absolutely. Brooke says tickets are going to be super hard to get. Well, you know what? We're working on those connections. We're in with DJO. If you're watching, Daniel, have your people call our people. But yeah, I mean, yeah, those tickets are.
I should hit up Heather.
Huh?
at IDW and see if,
Oh,
um,
yeah. I mean, we do have some rapport for sure. Especially if they're gonna be there. If IDW is gonna be celebration.
yeah.
Tommy P says
We're
the
pulling
music
out
is
all the
fun.
stops. We're gonna do everything.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get everyone over there, and depending on how many people. All right, so press 1 in chat if you like. This is regardless of ticket status. Just press 1 in chat if you are definitely going to go. If you can get a ticket. I just like to take this impromptu census report because I definitely want to also entertain the notion that if we are big enough, if we are in the Lucasfilm inner circle, we could very much get a Dyad in the Forest villa, like from Airbnb, and then just have a whole bunch of rooms so people, can stay in the same area.
Yeah.
And even after, leaving the show floor that night, you can come back and we'll all hang out and have like a bonfire or something. Just something community-esque, just so we're not all like, oh, well, I'm at the Marriott, I'm at the Hyatt, and then we'll have to like
I'm
coordinate
at the
meetups.
Pizza Hut. I'm at the Taco Bell.
I'm at the Best Western over in Cerritos. Okay, we got a lot of ones. We got Harith, he's down. We got Chris, Star Wars lawyer, Charlie Johnson, Brooke, St. Pat, Fern, Sonye, Ace Bronx, Rubik's Killer, and Brian with the bread. Yeah, I mean, if there's not too many people, it would be an awesome little get together, meet up for all of the fans and the TikTok community members. When do you guys upload to Spotify? Oh, I've been falling way behind on Spotify. I have to upload this and last week. I kind of forgot because Choco was like sick and I was so worried.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm happy because this Wednesday I will be getting back up with my podcast, The High Ground, and because it's been a while. It's been 3 weeks since I've had a high ground, and it's making me sad. So yeah, everyone here should join for that on Wednesday, if you can. We'll be talking about collecting in Star Wars. And
who's gonna be a part of it?
So we got Lothcat, who's always collecting like the best Black Series thing. Plus, man, she's just an interesting person and is working on that Clone Wars fan show. Looks incredible. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to get some information on that. I'm gonna have Toy Blaster on. I've had him on in the past. I'm gonna have him back. And the third slot, I'm still waiting to get confirmation, but it is someone that does a lot of collecting / making their own stuff that we actually met on the Star Wars Theories podcast when I was over there. It goes by the name of X-Wing. So hopefully I can make that work with X-Wing. Otherwise, I do have a backup, but we'll wait as well.
Very nice. It's good to see High Ground back in action. Master2187 says, hey, yay, High Ground returns. Woohoo, High Ground from Julia Christine. And Flying Sonye says, you take all the time you need, Choco, but you bet I'll be there. Man, this community just so supportive.
I love it. They say get Kev28 on there. Kev28 did come on when we talked about The Force Awakens, I believe, and that was a great episode. Oh, that was the first one I had you on.
It was, yeah, that was fun.
I'm still salty.
Salty about what?
I'm still salty that you were like, I'm too nervous to come on a podcast, and not for me. I was like, okay, I understand. And then she's on High Ground. I'm like, what's going on? I'm gonna try to get Choco back though. I'm gonna try to get Pixelated Erica.
I've been trying to get Pixelated I love her content. She's so hilarious as a content creator.
But how do you feel now,
so-
Haley, about podcasts?
Feeling better. Yeah, I think doing more of them just makes it so much easier. I have anxiety for anyone listening, wondering like why doesn't she want it? So having a recorded, unedited voice stream of me talking about tangents kind of nerve-wracking. So
I mean,
I like to believe that your experience on the high ground was so warm and welcoming that you just couldn't help it but want to do more. That's what I like.
absolutely.
that's what the high ground is, man. It's the receptionist desk for a Thai. I mean, I don't want to like minimize or reduce the high ground to that, but like, it is like idealistically, like I do get a lot of people from high ground because I see how they speak and how they talk and what kind of ideas they have to contribute, and so it is kind of like a screening area.
I mean, y'all are great. Like, you guys are so friendly, and it's like easy to talk to you guys. So it makes sense, and it's great.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And you passed the screening. Well, I wanted you first anyway, so you didn't need to be screened. Let's see here. Let's catch up with the chat, shall we? What is it like going to Star Wars Celebration? Is it like Gen Con for Star Wars? Has anybody been to Celebration before?
2015 was amazing. That was when they showed the Force Awakens trailer for the very first time. And that was just like the best moment ever.
Man, you were there for the return of Star Wars.
Yes, I was there for the return of Star Wars. I was there to see Carrie Fisher make out with a random guy in the audience. I was there for, man, we went to as many panels as we could. Most cons, I spent a lot of time walking around, checking out cosplay and stuff like that. But I spent so much time in the panels, and it was just so much fun.
Yeah, you ever been to? I
haven't been to any convention at all. So I think I'm going to Emerald City Comic Con this year, if that's still happening, and then Celebration.
Does that mean you're up in Washington?
I am, yeah, Seattle.
Cool beans.
Very cool. The only cons I've been to are the ones I was at professionally. GDC, E3. But
TeletubbyCon.
Oh, be quiet. Shut your face. For those of you that don't know, that's one of the games I worked on. I'm sorry, but you gotta do it. You gotta pay your dues. I guarantee you, if you're going to school to be a game designer, you're not gonna come out of there working on COD or Fortnite.
That's true. Now, Rubik's Killer is saying he's having a little bit of trouble hearing you. Is anyone else having trouble hearing Element in the chat? Please let us know. I went ahead and moved my mic close to my face and turned it up. So
can you guys hear me okay? The
Yeah.
levels on my thing they seem okay. I mean, the levels look fine to me. I mean, it looks like everything sounds good to me, Levi says. I don't know. Is Rubik's Killer trolling? Good Lord Element, turn your mic up. My mic is up. I mean, I don't know what you want. Let me check my levels. I mean, you can see the mixer, but
this Element sounds like he's whispering, but maybe that's just how he talks. He's a mysterious guy,
Am I whispering?
He's like
or am I just using my inside voice? I don't know. You can hear me, right? Haley is a lot louder than both of you. I have a limiter on both of them. There should be no discrepancies.
Well, if it persists, then let us know. But no, we can move on and jump into the Bad Bunch.
Yes. The Bad Bunch. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, we had Bad Batch episode 3, and I had some mixed feelings while I was watching it. I didn't end up doing a reaction video because I wasn't I didn't feel like any of my reactions were like warranted anyone, because it was more of a cerebral episode for me where I'm just like, ooh, the implications. Ooh, it was a lot of just like chin rubbing.
Yeah, but
How did you guys feel?
I gotta hold on. I gotta comment on this. You have to do your reactions anyway because people are gonna be watching you for your analysis and breakdown after the fact anyway. Listen. I mean this in the nicest way possible. They don't care about whether or not you're going to jump out of your chair and have like an overreaction. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what you're concerned about. Because we're pretty chill.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would be interesting. But I'll try it with the next one, and we'll see what the reaction is. If you guys react positively, then I'll keep doing them.
Listen, I think I can speak for all three of us when I say we probably personally think we are not interesting, but then again, we have thousands of followers, right?
That's true.
And
Oh yeah, I could not live react to an episode. So if you guys do that, like that is incredible. I feel like my reactions would be like different almost if there was a camera there. Like I am like curled up in bed, like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So like even if you just do a like after watching This Is What I Thought, like I'm not sure if that's what you do already, but I think all opinions talk about it.
Yeah, no, that's true. And then I could wrap it into an analysis.
And that's what
Okay.
that's the distinction, right? People are gonna watch yours, mine for our views, like the videos we did today. It was just different, like I don't know. That's a Dyad moment. But yeah, a lot of people would watch just for the analysis.
Okay. And to answer the unsaid question, no, that is not Iden Versio.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Haley, what were your first impressions of episode 3 of The Bad Batch?
First impressions, I really liked the episode. Every time Omega's on screen, I'm like, I love her. I love her. And so seeing her have an awesome moment, it was great. It was so great.
Absolutely.
We're gonna talk about the rest later, but like the Wrecker rubbing his head made me so nervous.
Oh my goodness.
I do. Yeah, that was a sad moment I wanted to point out. And I'm not sure if a lot of people are talking about it. Yeah, it's a callback to episode 1. What happened to Crosshair? Crosshair got kicked by Caleb. He hit his head on the tree. He started grabbing the front of his head, and that's when his chip started to work. Right?
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah. Fast forward to episode 3. He gets hit during the crash landing. Starts holding his head. Now what does this mean? The saddest thing I could possibly think of for Wrecker is that he has like a aneurysm or something and dies. That's pretty morbid.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do that. Come on.
But then of course it activates. And that would be a huge twist for this show, for each of them to slowly activate over time, and they would have to save each other.
Well, I'm still seeing Wrecker like in the sun hat as a farmer, just being like a big old space dad. I don't think I can handle watching him. Like if I hear him say, "Well, good soldiers follow orders," I'm like, no, don't do it.
I feel like it's coming. I feel like his ship's gonna activate. I think. Oh my gosh. desperately want it to not, but I think the storytelling that Lucasfilm could do with that would be absolutely incredible.
Yeah. I think it's going to activate, but I think it's not going to have the same kind of follow through as Crosshair, because we have to understand.
Crosshairs was turned up to 11. You know what I
was.
mean? Like, they intentionally cranked that.
But also, Tech is also working on something for the chips. So he's
Yeah.
already on it, and he might be able to scan it and see what's happening with it, and then, I don't know, mitigate it in some way. But yeah.
Did anyone else get anxiety when Omega crawled into that hole? Just because you're like,
Claustrophobia.
I don't think I'm claustrophobic. I think I'm like, the human amount of claustrophobic of like, yeah, this isn't good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn around at any point in this. Like, I need to be able to plan at least,
She committed to that plan.
Yeah. I mean, it is a normal amount of claustrophobia. I think everyone has a little bit. I am not claustrophobic, but when I do think of tight spaces and not being able to turn around, that does scare me. It's like, yeah, not just no room whatsoever. If I'm in like a small little cubby, I'm okay. If I'm in a box, like, or a chest that clearly fits me, I'm okay. But small little tunnels.
This is going to sound crass, but I believe that for all guys, if you're in a spot that's too tight to adjust other things, like, it's scary. I think that induces fear. I can't explain why, but like, that thought gives me fear. Maybe I am claustrophobic. I don't know.
How do you handle it? Tight spaces.
Tight spaces, I think it depends the situation. I really like weighted blankets, so in some respects, like, some tight spaces are okay. But tight spaces with no easy retreat, solid no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the litmus test right there. I like the way you put it. With no solid retreat. Because everyone loves cocooning. Everyone loves cocooning in the winter. Even Southern Californians. When it gets to 40. We'll still cocoon. What's chat saying? Let's see here. A good bonk on the head causes the order to flow through them, Harith says. Yeah, I think we're all getting the same notion from Wrecker's little head injury. Master2187 says, no, Wrecker is the best. He's growing on me. Has Wrecker leapfrogged in anyone's rankings for the Bad Batch?
No.
No. What about you, Haley?
I came in liking Wrecker, but wasn't super impressed because it was kind of childish in my opinion, at least for the Clone Wars episodes, before we really got to know him. And through the Bad Batch, I have been so impressed, and I'm watching it with my roommate who hasn't seen Clone Wars, and she loves Wrecker so much. And so I love seeing her reactions to him, and so he's definitely growing on me. And he and Omega, oh my goodness, so cute.
The Wrecker has
him making her her little bedroom and stuff. That was really sweet. He
gave her Lula.
Yeah.
Wrecker has leapfrogged for sure. And I'm sad to report to the chat and anyone who's watching, Crosshair is still my favorite. I'm holding out hope that something's going to happen where he flips, because he did not tally. He did not tally that mission when he got back. He was a sad boy in his bunk. It seems like he's aware of everything he's doing, but can't control it.
Yeah.
Sit with the consequences of your actions.
Yeah. Could you imagine being aware of everything you're doing, and then like you have to watch yourself maybe like murder someone. Just like no.
It's Bucky Barnes all over again.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Let's see. Oh, thank you so much to DePaul for the $5. We have another 10 ramen packs. Thank you so much. Dropping some love. We can always use some love here on Dyad in the Force. We are full of love.
And the more of it you give, the more of it you have.
Absolutely. Wink. No. X-Car Gamer still said, I really think Omega and the Batch are going to find a way to save the clones. Which clones? The Bad Batch? Or the clone, like the rest of the clones on Camino?
I mean, that becomes the real question, though, because that's the underlying through line of the show is what are the Kaminoans planning? What are they doing? You know, what is this secret about Omega? You know, they are going to try and make sure that the clones stay relevant. I think that means they're going to be doing some underhanded stuff and, you know, secretly opposing the Empire in order to make their clones seem to be more relevant. And we'll see. I mean, I think we're definitely going to see that clone uprising. I think it's coming.
Oh yeah. If you think about what Lama Su and Nala Se were talking about in episode 3, where like they have to like initiate the plans or something, but they need their. Is Omega the original that they're talking about?
I don't believe her to be an original, but you know, I mean, this could be the start of the concept of strand casts, of them pulling in a bunch of DNA from different sources and kind of Frankensteining something together. I could potentially see it being the start of that technology, but yeah, we'll see.
So who do you think is the original, Haley? Who do you think they were saying like we need the original?
When I was watching it, I kind of thought they were. I didn't catch the word the original, and so I was thinking, well, they have Crosshair, like they have one of the enhanced clones, so like why not use Crosshair? But then that does not make sense because they need an original, as you said. Ooh, that would be interesting if it was Omega. I could see that.
I'm wondering if there's like an age engineering disparity. Like she doesn't have accelerated aging, but she was the original enhanced clone, right? And so that's why she's young. But since my current theory is that she's an amalgamation or an aggregation of all of their abilities, born from her, Bad Batch, they have a single skill or enhancement from Omega, and she is the original. What does Omega mean? Textbook definition.
I mean, it's the last letter of the Greek alphabet. It's the end. You know, Alpha's the beginning and Omega's the end.
Oh. Levi says, Lamasu didn't say original. I don't think. No, Lamasu said, Nala Se said original. They were saying the OG Django DNA is degrading more. Yes. But as Nala Se was talking about initiating their plans for the plans that they had in response to Tarkin's, you know, saying, hey, we're switching to conscription. We don't need any more clones. Then she was like, we need to initiate these plans. Or Lamasu said, we need to initiate these plans. And then Nalase said, Django's DNA is degrading. And in terms of the enhanced clones, we're going to need the original back. That's what she said. So I don't know who that is. I don't know what she's referring to. And we don't know the plans. that the Kaminoans have.
Execute Order 99. and then all of a sudden all of them start fighting the Empire, and it's all out war against the Empire.
Hey, there's more than 66 orders in there. You think they have a contingency plan? The Kaminoans?
I think they have the technology for it. Go ahead.
The Kaminoans are smart. They know how to protect their intellectual property.
Ooh, that's a great way to put it. That's them clones are their IP, right? So they're like, oh, inhibitor chips, huh? So let's sneak in a little Kaminoan order in there as well. We are not gonna have clones without loyalty to us, the progenitors of this clone army. Let's see here. What is the chat saying? I never thought of Omega being like X-23. Well, now you know. Now you can. Aerith says. Jedi Wookie asks, do you think we will see Vader facing off with the clones?
I don't.
I mean, I'm like the writer in me is like, we don't need Vader in this series at all. I firmly believe that.
Yeah.
Of course, if he appears on screen, I'm gonna be like, yay! But you know, I don't face off against the clones specifically. I definitely don't, especially since, you know, we still have to get to the point where we get some clone purge troopers and stuff like that. So, I mean, we'll see.
Yep, for sure. I want to talk about like the parallels that happen in this episode with the title, which is replacements. What do you think? Like, what do you think about that? Just in general.
First time I watched it, I was like, no idea. And then I was like, replacement part, that's easy. But there's more. There's more. I still haven't totally dove into what I thought it means yet. So I would love to hear what you guys think.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't spend too much time thinking about it because, you know, I mean, I know that they are going to get replaced. The clones are meant, you know, are going to be replaced by the stormtroopers, and you know, we at least know that some of the clones are going to be part of it. We know at least one clone actually becomes a royal guard. We see that in what was the book? That was Dark Lords of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
Lords of the Sith. So yeah, it's definitely coming, and I think we're going to spend some time seeing the true differences between troopers and clones, because they keep bringing up the topic of loyalty, and I think that's going to be like the main pulse of the show is what is loyalty, and I think they're going to find that they need people with less loyalty, and that's why the troopers are going to be better. You know, the troopers that we already saw were loyal to their ideals from wherever they came from, and the one was like, no, we're not going to follow this order until there's threat of death, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do it. You know, I think they have less loyalty, and that's gonna be key. And I think that Crosshairs is kind of the pilot for what the Empire will become, how ruthless the Empire becomes.
That's true. So they turned from conscription to indoctrination, right? I think replacements as a title is there's it's like a three-pronged attack, right? Replacements overall because they're replacing the clone army, but also replacements on both sides with Crosshair replacing his entire Bad Batch squad with a new one. Bad Batch side replacing Crosshair. And I thought it was
need
poetic.
that. Man, didn't even think about replacements in each circle. That's heartbreaking.
I'm sorry for the heartbreaking, but it must be done. Right? Let's see. Cad Bane says, my theory is they send Cad Bane to get Boba when they fail to get Omega. Then the whole deleted scene happens. What do you think of that?
I think that would be interesting. You know, if because in that deleted scene there were other bounty hunters there, but they kind of let it. They respected the 1v1 to speak in Battlefront 2 talk. Because you would have Cad Bane as the elder statesman, and Boba Fett as the talented young upstart. So yeah, they wouldn't really know who to follow in the situation and can let it play out. I think it could be interesting, yeah, if Boba is what they need to continue.
I mean, the only you can go first, Haley, because I'm gonna be a very negative Nancy about that.
I would love to see that scene play out. I don't picture that happening in this series. I don't think having Boba's DNA would be of much help because they have a million clones of Jango, and even though his aging isn't accelerated and doesn't have, what other modifications the clones had, I don't think it would serve the purpose that I think some people think it would.
Yeah, I'm of the same mind. I don't think Cad Bane's gonna be in this. I think since that scene is already deleted and has not become canon, Cad Bane is canonically still out there. So he could show up in the Book of Boba Fett. Could get a canon death or canon still alive. I don't know how to say that, but I don't think Cad Bane, because like the whole crux of the Bad Batch is the Bad Batch, Omega and Tarkin. I don't see it going far off into the bounty hunter realm. I mean, it could with Fennec, but Cad Bane and Boba is a long shot.
I think Boba is such a major character that it might detract from the Bad Batch being like the central clones of the show. Maybe a mention, but having a big scene like that, I don't see it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was commenting on if they did that, not whether or not I think they are going to do that. Yeah, I don't see it happening, but I would love to see it happen. If that makes any sense.
Julia. She said the whole crux of the Bad Batch is the Bad Batch. Amazing analysis from. Listen, I'm trying to like, dossy it up in simpler terms, okay, for the layman's. But I'm talking about like the whole crux of the Bad Batch is the Bad Batch, like the group. So I'm not saying like the crux of the show is the show's title. X-Core Gamer still said. Yeah.
Well, so what if Wrecker's ship starts going and they have to separate from him, and then he gets picked up by Crosshairs, and we slowly get we slowly get to this weird ship of Theseus thing where they're switching back and forth, same characters, but the team is like either good or bad because of how the chips are interacting, and then Tech has to go and free them all from it, and then they join the good side again.
Yeah.
CP Savior on TikTok had a theory like that, where Wrecker turns, but then Crosshair comes back, and so it's Crosshair v Wrecker, and Crosshair is gonna save the rest of them. And I thought that theory was pretty great. Would hate to see it happen because my heart could not take that, but yes, I can't remember where I was going with that, but theory.
It's everything's great. X-Core Gamer Skill says, just turned the episode on. She doesn't call the clones an original. She says she needs a source and only need one. And then she says original with the DNA. Okay, well, that's what she says, but the idea is still there. When she's talking about the enhanced clone, she needs a source, which means there is an original enhanced clone. So I don't know what you guys are trying to do there, trying to get one over me in terms of semantics. But yeah, who's the source then? Who's the source?
This Crosshair is at the facility, so if it's any enhanced clone, they could just use his, but they clearly aren't looking for him.
Yeah. Do you think Omega is the source then?
Could see it.
I can see. I hope not. I don't want to end up in a situation where we are just repeating the Mandalorian, and it becomes, them trying to catch them so that they can extract something from. I don't want that to be the case, but we'll see.
I think we'll need to know what the plans are, right? We need to start. I don't know what they exactly said. You guys can go back to the episode and double check for me since you're already there. But I don't know what Lamasu said. Talking to Nalase, we're like, we need to initiate plans. Do you remember what they said? I just know they're doing something.
I mean, it made it sound like they had their own contingency plans already in order to try and stay relevant. And yeah, we need to know what those are. But I do love this. I love anything where we are really playing around with multiple factions with their own, wants and goals. And, from what the Kaminoans are doing, like, they're not the good guys in this either.
Yeah.
Clearly. So yeah, we'll have to see. I just want more of Tarkin's pants. That's really what I need the most of.
Can't believe you. Can we talk about Admiral Rampart? Why is he so square?
I'm filled with rage. Every time.
Personality.
I mean,
so
like,
square.
literally. Next to Tarkin, who's got like roundish and smoothed out features, he's looking like Pinocchio on the Bad Batch.
I mean, you could cut a roast on Tarkin's face, but
you can cut cookies with Rampart's face.
I am enjoying Rampart though, because he's an interesting character. I need to know more about how these elite troopers are selected and stuff like that. I think that's going to be really interesting. He's a great foil to the Kaminoans.
Yeah.
But hopefully I didn't interrupt you too much, Haley. I apologize.
No, I was just gonna say that man fills me with rage. I don't like what he's about, and purely from the plot, just he's not doing it for me, and I hate what his character means for the story in the best way possible, like storytelling wise. Very excited, but I'm bitter that that he's trying to foil the Kaminoans, as you said.
Yeah, I'm bitter that they keep on, like, there's this daily schedule or weekly schedule to spice up Crosshair's chip. I'm like, leave him alone. Stop it. Let it degrade. All right, so predictions for next week then. What are your hard, solid predictions for next week's episode? We're not talking about future of the show. Like, what's happening next week? I'll go first because it's pretty quick. I think they're gonna meet Fennec next week. They have to replace the guy.
You cut out, and I didn't hear the actual word. He said, I heard they're gonna meet next week. I'm like,
Oh,
Who?
that was for dramatic effect. I'm just kidding. They're going to meet Fennec. I think they have to replace the person that they just killed on Onderon. That's my hard prediction for next week. I don't know if I have any predictions as to like what's going to happen, you know, detail-wise, but it's either going to be Fennec or Rex.
My hope is Rex. I kind of wanted it to be this past episode. I mean, I've wanted it all along, but yeah, my hope and prediction is Rex. And then that Wrecker just continues to struggle with the chip, and maybe like good soldiers follow, or, like maybe not the line, but we get more hints that that's actually what's happening, even though we know what rubbing his head means. Maybe like a clear dialogue or action that we all hate. I'm real excited for next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I'm of a mind with Haley. I think the Bad Batch is going to have to fight Wrecker.
I think we're all in
very
agreement there.
You know, next week likely, and hopefully they have help from from Rex, who has experience with the chips and taking them out. But you know, actually maybe Rex is not going to come next week because they need to seek Rex out in order to remove the chip. You know, between him and Tech, they could do it, but we need Wrecker to turn first. So I don't think they're meeting Rex next week. I'm gonna call Wrecker turning, but only slightly. It's gonna be like the first episode with Crosshairs before, you know, they cranked him up. And I think we're also gonna see some negative things with Crosshairs. Like, I think he'll be on missions and, like, I don't know, tears streaming down his face while he's trying to snipe people because,
Oh my gosh.
you know, he doesn't want to do it, and that's not him. Similar to Rex when he has the gun to Ahsoka. I think we might get some inkling that Crosshairs is still there.
Yeah. I'm in full agreement. I think next week's going to be Fennec, and I think Wrecker is going to turn, like we've been saying, and they're going to seek out Rex like y'all have been saying. And we're also going to meet Wolf and Gregor in the process because they need to have their chips removed as well, canonically. We don't have that story. It makes sense.
I definitely think we're going to see that eventually not sure when, but definitely want to see Wolf and Gregor chips out.
Yeah, I also want to see it because it's a question I haven't been able to answer. It's a question I get a lot. Let's check out some of these theories and what's going on in the chat. Something about Tarkin talk?
No.
No Tarkin talk?
I will never go to Tarkin talk. It's if into Tarkin talk you go, only sadness will you find.
Is that something you have to bring your weapons with you?
Indeed.
Let's see here. DePaul says, I don't think Omega's a source. You don't clone a clone. I believe she's the blueprint for the modified Super Trooper clone. I mean, that's basically what I'm saying when I say source. She's the source of the enhancements. I think she is the one that they baked the enhancements into, and then the Bad Batch's enhancements came from her as that. She's not the source of their cloning. Of course, Jango is still the template. But Vega was.
I don't know. She's young. Like she seems like pretty young, even with not accelerated aging, because Crosshair has gray hair. And so I figure he's on one of the older, like I don't see how even double aged he can be like from Omega?
I don't
Well,
know.
let's see. I mean, double age, because at the start of the war, the clones were like 10 years old.
Uh,
Um. So yeah, I mean, I can.
She's adolescent, right? So
That would actually be fairly close.
I'm doing the math in my head.
she's they describe her as an adolescent female, right? So she's at least 13, so over 10 years old.
And if the clones were like 10 at the start of the war, and we know that the war lasted for 3.5 years, if she's unaltered and at least doesn't have accelerating aging and is around 13, then it's close. I don't know. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the walls here. So
We don't want to bet on this, do we?
I ain't betting on this. Shoot.
What about you, Haley?
I don't think so. I think I don't really know Omega's place in it yet. And I don't it would make sense if she was like the original source, if she had all of their skills. But I think they must have altered the clones individually. That's my guess. I think they altered them individually in the tubes. And Omega was just like the culmination of that, rather than the source of the rest of them.
That's also equally possible. But that's just a theory, right? We will find out, of course, when we see more show up or more information come to light with the rest of the episodes. But of course, we are approaching that time, right, where we're going to have our first qualifier for this Dyad trivia tournament with the prize of a level up lightsaber. So, this is on the original trilogy. So if that is your favorite era, you best do well on this quiz. So Choco, have we decided on how this qualifier is going to work? What is it, like the podium places?
Because we're gonna do a few qualifiers, at least one for each trilogy, and might toss a couple others in there in order to cover like Clone Wars or Rebels or things like that. And at the end, we're gonna do a big trivia tournament where it encompasses everything, and it's hard. The questions are gonna be real tough. So I want to say that, I mean, we can probably get everyone in the top 5 to potentially top 10 to bring those forward.
Yeah. So I mean, initially, or this is how we're thinking it's working right now. If you qualify in any of these quizzes, you are qualified. So there's no need for you to enter again, right? So we may even be safe with doing a top 5 and then getting another 5 and then another 5, because we are going to do all of the eras, including High Republic. For those who are starting to get into it, have been reading it or keeping up with it, I mean, you're welcome to try and qualify on that era with no information or no knowledge, but it's going to be a tough cookie for you. But of course, Haley, you're welcome to participate as well, if you want that sweet loot. But
Love to participate. I'm ready to not score well, because trivia just isn't my thing, but I'm excited.
I'm sure you'll do just fine. let us go to the trivia stage. So you're automatically disqualified if you abuse this system. I've turned off friendly name generator. I need you guys to use your real names that you want to enter this tournament as. And then we're going to be writing these down based on who places on the podium. So we're going to go with the top 5 of each qualifier, or 10.
Because I mean, I really feel like at the end, the more the merrier is on the final quiz.
Yeah.
But we can definitely do top 5 from each one. And if you want to play more than one, you can. But we'll be taking, let's say one person gets number 3 on the next quiz. We'll be taking the top 6, skipping that person, the top 5 that haven't already qualified.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we can keep it at top 5.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you will be welcome to participate in any other qualifiers, but if you are already qualified, then we will, of course, just, as Choco just said, use the next person in line. So
What's the pin? How do I get here? Is there a pin? How do I?
Yes, you can use your browser or use the Kahoot app and enter the pin 6573109. Use your real handles, your real aliases, so that we know how to place you.
Can you repeat the pin for me? I apologize.
The pin is...
it's up. Never mind. I can see it.
And yes, the questions will be displayed on your devices. You do not have to, pay attention to the stream because there's going to be a lot of lag and latency.
Big sad. I got Corellia Coffee W.
Oh.
So, oh man,
It's
it's infinite.
the curse of long names.
Nice. We got Char J, Sawyerism, Master 2187, Ace Bronx, Mentally Ill Sith. It's not even Sith Lord, it's just a mentally ill Sith.
Love to see it.
I feel like that comes with the territory. I feel like most Sith just need a therapist,
Yeah. Then of course
Star Wars would be a lot shorter if therapists were readily available.
Oh yeah.
Which is interesting because in the High Republic they refer to therapy droids.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't know. I mean, I would need first-hand experience to see if that's actually effective, like from a droid. But we have
How are you
Bedazzler.
feeling today?
Yeah. Brian with the bread, Fern. Of course, there's Elliot Coffee. St. Pat, Tommy P, X-Core Gamer Skill, Gonk Skywalker, Qui-Gon Jim 99, Arya Cosplays, Harith, Julia Christine, Roger, This Justin, Darth Saunier, Darth Porkins, Levi Bond, and Jedi Wookie. We'll give this another 2 minutes before starting. And then that timer obviously will reset if we get a new join, but I don't want to stay here for too long. I mean, I do. I'll stay here all day. I'm saying on this screen. Okay, we got a new one, so that's another 2 minutes. How's
It's
life, Haley?
popcorn rules, when you're cooking your popcorn and a kernel pops, and then you have to count a few seconds in between.
Yeah, and as soon as it pops again, you're like, dang.
I'm hungry.
People changing their names, it's throwing me off. How's life, Haley? How are you?
Life's good. I just got promoted at work, so I've been making no TikTok videos, but been good in real life, so that's a change.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you don't have any time to make TikToks anymore?
I've been yeah, not at work, but I just got in my mugs I ordered on Star Wars Day from Disney. The Starbucks You Are Here or Been There series mugs. They have Tatooine and Batuu. Finally came in. Very excited.
Nice. Eventually Ella Sith Lord points to ITO as a therapy droid. And if you don't know, in the book Alphabet Squadron, there is a therapy droid that was reclaimed from an Imperial torture droid. Mm-hmm. So it's an Imperial torture droid that offers therapy.
I'd imagine a reprogrammed 000 could be a good therapy droid.
Yeah, just don't shake his hand, ever.
All right, so I guess we're gonna start with these people. Everyone, I will be for those listening on Spotify, I will be reading the questions out loud and the answers. So participate and play along with us. Thus begins the Dyad Trivia Tournament first qualifier, the original trilogy. Good luck. Who do the Ewoks mistake C-3PO for? Was it the Golden One, Denlet, Heesh, or the Night Spirit? There's a lot of quick answers.
The Night Spirit. It's so mysterious. I love it.
Seems like this was largely a gimme. Congratulations to the 17 who got it right. Yes, it was the Golden One. And it's Julia
expecting
Christine.
Expecting to see God as one of the answers.
I mean, yes, he was considered a god, but I believe it was Leia who said, no. C-3PO translated it. So it's Julia Christine, Darth Sanye, Sawyerism, and Saint Pat and Levi Bond in the first 5. Here we go. Luminous beings are we, not this blank matter. And the answer was crude. I'm sorry, I forgot to read the answers to our listeners. I'm sorry. The answer was crude. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. Next question. Oh, that leaderboard shifted completely. Not completely. Julia's still in the top. But Haley has joined the top 5.
Ooh, I like it.
Coming
on. What color are Chewbacca's eyes?
Yes. Are they green? Are they blue? Are they brown? Or are they amber? Amber is the color of your energy. Whoa. I don't know if anyone listens to 311.
Wow. Credit Choco for this question. His eyes are in fact blue. Let's see who got it right.
I thought we all knew that. I don't know.
Jar Jar J got it right. He has been pushed out of the leaderboard. This is getting close. Lots of people in the 1900s. Which of these characters is not an Ewok? Wicket, Tebow, Chief Chirpa, Chief Nebbit.
Just here to have a good time.
The answer is Chief Nebbit. A lot of people thought Tebow. And Tebow? He's not an Ewok. Yes. Chief Nebbit.
Chief Nebbit is a Jawa, if in case you guys were wondering.
And oh my goodness, Haley's in second place. Wow. Tommy P has taken first place. Levi's up to the third place.
Tommy P, my dude. Tommy P.
Next question. Which of these Imperial officers was killed by Vader in Empire Strikes Back? Piet, Nita, Ozzel, Veers.
Make sure you read the questions fully.
Pro tip. So yes, it was Piet and Nita, and we have a total of 16 people who got that correct, and 10 people who got it incorrect. Does the leaderboard look like? Oh my gosh, Haley is still in second place. Tommy P's been taken by Levi. Has taken first place. Julia is back in the top 5.
Levi Bond.
X-Core has gotten into the top 5. Interesting. Choco, is that correct?
Is what correct?
Levi says Piet is very much alive.
No, I'm pretty sure Piet died. I mean, I'll have to look it up to double check, but yeah, both Piet and Nita were killed in Empire and also died in the first film.
The first film?
Let me double check. But you can go ahead and continue.
Yes. Next question. Which hand did Luke lose on Bespin? Right or left?
This is one of those I feel like I should know, but I just guessed.
Yes, it was the right hand.
All right. And confirmation that and mind you, when I suggested the question, I only said for Captain Nita to be put, but Piet did survive Empire Strikes Back. He took an A-wing to the face in Return of the Jedi.
Right. Gotcha. Okay, well, no biggie. Apologies to those who got that wrong. You would have gotten that right anyway if you picked Nita. But yeah, just here to have fun. So let it go.
Apology accepted, Captain Nita.
Okay. Didn't I put Ozzel as a correct answer?
I think that's what got mixed up because I think you did both Nita and Ozzel, but I think it got messed up. I don't know.
Anyways, double points.
Double points. Woo-woo. What planet did Leia tell Tarkin the rebel base was on?
Is the latency not that bad this time?
I actually entered, but I'm just selecting all the wrong answers so I can see the questions.
Gotcha. Good. All right, the answer was Dantooine. Okie dokie, next question. Fern has taken 4th place. Where did Haley go? No.
7th.
She's coming back. She's just trying to make her victory look more triumphant in the end.
I think she should automatically be, if she maintains 7th, she should automatically qualify for the 7th element.
I'm coming in for another round.
Oh, for
If
sure.
I don't make it, I am I'll be there for High Republic or.
Ace Bronx is on a streak. This isn't over.
Another double points. What is the first word of the opening crawl of Return of the Jedi? Is it Luke? Is it Darth? Is it War? Or is it the?
Julia Christine says Star Wars English class podcast on the podium. Nice. The answer, of course, was Luke. Let's see what happened to the leaderboard. Tommy P's back in first. Char second. Ace Bronx in third.
It starts with Luke Skywalker has returned to his home planet of Tatooine.
Yes. Next question.
Which bounty hunter was not hired by Darth Vader? Zuckuss, IG-11, Forlom, or Dengar? We decided not to give you easy ones.
Oh, interesting. Surprisingly, more people than I thought would get that. It's a very tricky question. Very tricky. Let's hope Haley got it right.
And no, I did not.
That's all good. No pressure. We're not
It's
putting the
all
pressure
fun.
on you.
It is all fun.
Ace Bronx and Levi is in second and third place. Excuse me, the leaderboard is shifting ever so much. What is the name of the Kowakian monkey lizard who served as Jabba's jester? Or jester? Pick Muck Muck, Fallacious B Dumb, Cranston B Smooth, or Salacious B Crumb. This is interesting. Interesting. The answer, of course, is Salacious B Crumb. I don't know. Maybe some people clicked Fallacious B Dumb as a troll, but I appreciate you either way.
And Pick Muck Muck is a Kowakian monkey lizard, just not the right one.
I'm reading the chat. How are you doing, Sawyer? From Brian with the bread. I don't see Sawyer. This is interesting. Next question, Choco.
What does Han fly the Millennium Falcon into to escape the Empire? Is it a Sarlacc? Is it Bor Gullet? Is it Exogorth? Is it a Mynock?
I'm like using a lot of energy to keep myself from saying it beforehand, but now that the answer has been revealed as the Exogorth, Bor Gullet.
Bor Gullet knows the truth.
All right. Leaderboard hasn't changed. Let's move on. What material was Luke frozen in? Ice, carbonite, Beskar, cortosis? Could this be? Question that's tricky. The answer, of course, was ice. Very tricky question. But he definitely wasn't frozen in carbonite. Cortosis is a weird guess, but
That was me. That was me. I was like,
George,
I've heard that word before, but I don't know where.
oh, it's one of those things where you're like, that sounds like the answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Harris Productions. I hate myself. That means that this question served its purpose well. Trying to make people assume we meant Han Solo.
Yeah. Read
Sorry
the
about
questions,
that.
guys. Moving on, Levi's in second place. What was the name of Jabba's major domo? Babu Frick, Cham Syndulla, Greedo, or Bib Fortuna? How'd you rate the difficulty of these questions so far, Haley?
Oh, incredibly difficult. I I have like very baseline knowledge. I just love the films. I don't really go incredibly deep, so these are so fun because I really don't know many of them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are definitely film only, but there are some there are some tricks in there.
But you wouldn't know the name, you know? You'd be like, oh, that one character that looks kind of like that, rather than like that name is spoken.
Yeah, some of the names.
So
you
every
guessed are like the
time-
captions.
When I was little, I was terrified of Bib Fortuna. And every time I went into Target to the toy section, there was always leftover Bib Fortuna action figures. So that name was burned into my brain because I'm always like, who would want this? There was always like 10 of them just sitting on the shelf, staring at me, watching me. I hate them.
Yeah. Leaderboard's still the same. Next question.
What ship did Luke fly around Beggar's Canyon? Was it a T-67, a T-16, an X-60, or an A-40?
This is one of those outside material questions for sure. Visual dictionary, comics, books.
No, I believe he says the
They
name.
mentioned it. Yeah.
Oh, right. He does say, but he does he say T-16 or does he say Skyhopper? The Skyhopper.
No, he says T-16 Skyhopper. He says them both.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm referring to the controls. The controls are similar.
The controls being similar. Yes, because they're both created by MCon.
Yes, so we got mostly everyone got it right. The T-67, of course, is an X-wing, I believe.
And one of the ones that are wrong is me intentionally, just so I can see the questions. So
True.
just bear that in mind when you see someone, like a single person, getting something really, really wrong.
Oh, okay. So 95% of the people got it right. Right on. Leaderboard staying the same. Let's check this out. Next question.
Where do Luke and Obi-Wan meet Han Solo? Mos Anik, Mos Ea, Mos Eisley, or Mos Espa? Sorry, that's Mos Illa. Sorry, my bad on that one.
Julia's like, no. The answer, of course, is Mos Eisley, and it looks like everyone got it right except for Choco. Of course, very well.
I don't want to do another banana situation. I still apologize.
All right, leaderboard still the same. 3 players have reached an answer streak of 4. Awesome. True or false? Anakin restored balance to the Force by defeating Palpatine. This is one of those questions, you know. Should be a give me. A give me. The answer, of course, is true. Now, I know we're going to get the question, and we're going to get the that's not true. But we have to go off of canonical information, and our canonical information is that in The Rise of Skywalker, he says, "Bring back the balance, Rey, as I did." So, womp womp, I guess. He did bring balance.
Yes, he absolutely brought balance. Plus, the death of Palpatine is not what's required to bring balance. It's the influence of the dark side across the galaxy, which was able to be removed once Palpatine was defeated for a very long time.
Ah, yes. And Tommy P probably got this one right because he writes in the chat, "For many years there was balance," quoting Luke from The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
On to the next question. Oh, Ace Bronx has overtaken Levi. This is getting interesting.
Which Levi misclicked. It happens to the best of us. Yoda tells Luke, "Wars not make one great." Is that a true quote or a false quote? Wars not make one great.
Try not to read that too many times. Ooh, even split. Down the line.
Oh, we might get some shakeups here.
Yes, even in formulating this question, I was like juggling wars make not one great, wars not make one great, wars. No, yeah, I confirmed this. I double confirmed this, and it is in fact wars not make one great. So moving
The
on.
strongest wars have hearts of Kyber.
The strongest stars.
Yes.
Levi
said war.
has taken second place again. Let's move on to the next question.
What was Lando's call sign during the Battle of Endor? Is it Gold Wing, Gold Falcon, Gold Leader, or Lady Luck?
There's an Easter egg in there. Answer, of course, was Gold Leader. Who picked Lady Luck? Was that you, Choco? Okay, so no one picked Lady Luck. Well, Lady Luck is Lando's yacht. I love the name of that. But next question,
Goldwing is a motorcycle by Honda.
Haley, did you pick that? Or did you get that right?
I got it right.
Awesome. Leaderboard is still the same though. Okay, going on to the next question. Double points.
Double points. What color is C-3PO's left leg in A New Hope? Is it silver? Is it blue? Is it gold? Or is it red? His left leg.
This question brought to you by Choco.
Yes.
Yes. So it seems it has served its purpose, Choco. Please explain to the masses.
Yes. C-3PO's right leg was silver throughout A New Hope, as well as over half of Empire Strikes Back. His right leg is silver. His left leg, of course, is gold.
Yes. Mission complete by Choco for that trick question. Do not feel terrible for getting that or getting tricked, because that is a trick question for sure.
I thought it was a fair question.
But that means the leaderboard has shifted once again. Tommy P still in first place, but X-Core Gamer Skills and St. Pat taking second and third. Next question. What model astromech had a defective motivator? Was it R5, R2, R6, or R8? The Audi R8. It's a cool car. Justin M says that was Thrawn levels of tricky. It was.
That's a huge compliment. Thank you.
And of course the
Made
answer
me a
was
little
R5.
giddy. Which I love that we've gotten to see R5 a couple of times in The Mandalorian.
Yeah. And X-Core Gamer Skill says I most clicked, which is a Tatooine reference for misclicking. Tell me you guys get that.
I do. It's Julie Christine, I simply do not know anything about droids. I have a lot of trouble when it comes to clone stuff, so I do feel your pain. We all have our things.
Absolutely. St. Pat.
Justin M says, look like he found his motivator. Yeah, he met a nice lady robot, and that she became his muse.
Hmm.
Oh,
That's adorable.
get it? Because here's a motivation.
Uncle Emo. Okay. St. Pat's in second. Levi Bond is in third. X-Core Gamer Skills in fourth. Char J is in fifth. Moving on to the next question, Choco.
Why couldn't Luke lift the X-Wing? Is he too tired? Because of its weight? Because of its size? Or because he didn't believe? And we are in the last leg of this quiz. 9 more questions. And just FYI, we did 10 questions of each
Yes.
film. I should specify.
The answer, of course, being he didn't believe. I don't believe it.
That is why you fail.
Okay, size matters not is definitely true. Julia says, laughing my ass off, too tired. No one picked that. But we do have a couple of people that picked size. Not. Okay. Ace Bronx is in the 5th now. Interesting leaderboard. Okay.
I like it because it's so dynamic, you know, where we're switching all the way through.
Absolutely. St. Pat has a streak of 12 correct answers.
St. Pat, congratulations. That's St. Pat of Starfleet. He's the one that created my profile picture, and it's amazing. So if you're not following him on TikTok, profile. Check him out.
What about mine? No, I'm just kidding. It's just me. All right, next question is, how old was Yoda when he became one with the Force? 900, 800, 1000, 664. By the way, that was a quick 23 answers initially. Hopefully everyone got it right.
I might regret mine.
No regrets. It was in fact 900.
No regrets.
No regrets. Easter egg 664 is how old he is during the High Republic. A lot of people keep on asking that question. I've already done the 2 + 2 = 4 math. Okay. Leaderboard shifts again. X-Core takes 3rd place. This is awesome. Vanessa is barking in the chat. Or soup. Next question, Choco.
What docking bay was the Millennium Falcon docked in on Tatooine? Docking bay 24, 94, 87, or 19?
St. Pat says, Elman, if you want one, I will make one for you. Absolutely, dude. Thank you for offering. Just make sure I have an orange lightsaber, because that's my hard stance on my color. Yes, the answer was definitely 94. Kristen says, I just guessed. How'd you do, Haley?
I got that one. Finally.
Awesome. And oh my goodness, the leaderboard shifts again. Is back, or has moved up. Char is back in the fold. This is it's a great quiz when you see a leaderboard shift so much.
Exactly. It becomes about it makes you have to slow down to answer the questions correctly rather than trying to be the first person to input it. I think it makes it more dynamic of a quiz.
Up 4 places, Harith is the highest climber. Nice. Next question, Choco.
Which city was Han captured and carbonized? Which city was Han captured and carbonized? Mimban, Cloud City, Bespin, or Yavin?
This is another one of those questions.
I just read the question, you know?
Correct answer is Cloud City. Thank you, Choco, for reading that question twice. Which city was Han captured and carbonized? Not.
Yeah, this is my city.
Yes, I'm not going to do it here. Okay. Yes, Bespin is the planet. Cloud City is the city. The leaderboard has stayed the same. 3 in a row. Harith is back in the game. Next question. What was Luke supposed to pick up at Tashi Station? Power coupling, power converters, power capacitors, hyperdrive compressor? Did he bypass the compressor? Jesse misclicked, unfortunately. Answer, of course, is power converters.
Uncle Owen.
Would you like to?
I wanted to bypass the compressor.
I was going to go over to Patashi Station, pick up some power converters. Is in fact the quote. Leaderboard hasn't changed. St. Pat is 16. Oh my goodness, this streak is incredible.
5 questions left, guys. 5 questions left.
Next question, Choco.
Han claims the Millennium Falcon completed the Kessel Run in 14 parsecs. Is this true or false?
That's supposed to say Falcon. I'm sorry. That's not a trick question. Oh, I need to double check these more. But yes, it's false. He claims it is 12 parsecs.
12 parsecs, yes.
Leaderboard hasn't shifted. Yes, he did claim, but it was 12, not 14. So there's like a double layered statement going on there. Okie dokie. Next question is, what is the name of the bounty hunter Leia is disguised as? Zuckuss, Forlom, Bosch, Dengar.
My phone is lagging.
Oh, was that a lag face or was that a had to guess face?
Oh, that was a lag face.
Okay.
Not to be confused.
Yay, yeah. And correct answer is Bosch.
I think a lot of people got it because that is a skin in Battlefront 2. That's the name of the skin.
As Cad Bane says, Battlefront 2 taught me this one. Julia says, 4 Loco. Julia Christina's back with an answer streak of 3. Nice. Your board shifted a little bit.
Also, Julia Christine, do not remind me of 4 Locos. I have stories.
All right, next question, Choco.
What is the name of the Aqualish that Obi-Wan dismembered? Is it Depa Balaba, Poon Zignat, Ponda Baba, Utonk Hid? I was debating whether or not to pronounce it Depa Bilaba.
Depa Billaba. That's how I'm saying it from now on. Yes, the correct answer is Ponda Baba. Justin says, had to guess this one. I did know he was Aqualish, though. Yeah, these are tricky questions. Just imagine qualifying for the final trivia, which is going to be even more difficult.
Yeah, there are questions that we removed from this because they were more difficult and we wanted to save them for the final.
Fern has climbed 3 places. Very nice. All right.
29. How is Luke supposed to know the good from the bad when you are... Is it peaceful, free, secure? Calm, at peace, and passive? Mindful, quiet, patient? Based, woke, triggered?
And my phone did not let me answer like 4 questions. Hope that doesn't happen in a round that I actually need to qualify in.
What's your best? What would you say is your best era?
I mean, she's gonna kill on the High Republic. I already know that.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. I don't know. I feel like all trivia is not my strong suit. Just here to have a good time. I'm not an expert.
Vanessa saying based Choco. I had a comment saying that a bunch, but I had no idea what based means, and I was like, oh, okay, thank you. I don't know.
So yes, that is the correct answer. How am I to know the good from the bad? When you are calm. Peace. Peace. Passive. Wow, a lot of
You
people.
will know.
You will know. A lot of people picked mindful, quiet, and patient. I mean, it does make sense, but that is not the exact.
But no one picked peaceful, free, and secure.
I mean, we did get some based, woke, and triggered. Interesting.
One of those is me.
Of course. There's one other.
There is another. All right, final question.
The leaderboard has stayed the same. Levi is on a 10-answer streak. Very nice. This is it. If you are at all on the verge of breaking in to the top 5, now is your shot. Next question, Choco.
Complete this quote. Strike me down with all of your hatred, and your blank towards the dark side will be complete. Is it path, course, pull, or journey?
I like the music on this one. Very ominous. Jesse screams in the chat, I think I hit the wrong one. Internal pain. This is a difficult one. Eight seconds left.
Yep, looks like we have someone that's maybe not answering. Jesse says, someone hold me if I get this wrong. You're like Christine, well, there's always a Clone Wars quiz. Ace Bronx misclicked. Brooke, so when are we doing a quiz on character development?
We could try to make that happen, but a lot of that is very based on interpretation now. So yes, the answer was journey. Strike me down with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be. And the first qualifier is complete. In third place is Saint Pat. Second place is Levi. And in first place, it's Tommy P. With fourth place going to Char Char J and fifth going to X-Core Gamer Skills. So let me just write this down somewhere over the rainbow.
Just just for Fern, we'll have a is this camp true or false quiz.
Is this? Well, we would need Fern, right? She's the expert on that. So we have X-Core Gamer Skills, Char Char J, Saint Pat, Levi, Tommy P are our first entrance and qualified entrance into the Dyad trivia.
Awesome job, guys. And remember, the cool thing is, we do have a lot of the same people in the chat each week. Feel free to join all of the quizzes, but there's going to be a lot more chances in order to make it to the final. And what's cool is the final is going to touch on all of Star Wars. So we're giving people a chance. If you really knew the original trilogy, this was your time. Do we know which one we're doing next week?
I think since we're still recently we did sequel and prequel, right? I think we need to go into the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars quiz.
The second qualifier will be the Clone Wars. But again, congratulations to X-Core Gamers, Char, St. Pat, Levi, and Tommy P for qualifying for the final Dyad Trivia Tournament.
Also, let us know in the chat, now that it's over, scale of 1 to 10, how difficult was this quiz?
Haley, what do you think?
I think like a good 8. Some of them were pretty good gimmies, but there were a lot that I had no idea.
There were also a lot of trickies, tricksters, Loki questions. Not from me. That was all Choco.
I mean, you already know my girl is Jaina Solo, and she was known as the trickster goddess among the Yuzhong Vong. So, no, we are not going to have a Legends quiz.
Oh, yeah. No, this is all going to be canon, and the final trivia tournament is also going to be all canon. But yeah, you heard it.
Sorry,
here,
there's
folks.
too much Legends, and it contradicts itself too much.
Yes.
As well as it contradicts canon. So questions are very, very difficult. I have taken Legends quizzes on Kahoot. The questions are very difficult because you don't know what they mean.
Absolutely. So the next week is going to be a Clone Wars era quiz. It's going to be all about Clone Wars and everything that happens in Clone Wars. This does not mean the prequel era. So we will not be asking, I'm suddenly like Minnesotan. We will not be asking prequel questions. No episode 1, 2, or 3. This is everything only in the Clone Wars. And that will be your next shot to qualify for this Dyad Trivia Tournament. What are we calling it? Dyad Trivia Rush? What's going on?
Yeah, we'll need to figure out a name, and we'll make a big logo and all that stuff.
Dyad Trivia Works. Okay, so that'll do it for the first qualifier. Congratulations to the people who qualified, and thank you guys for participating in said quiz. Next week, good luck. That'll be your second shot to qualify. Haley, thank you so much for being with us this week.
Thank you for having me. Blast.
Of course, yes. The salt shall wear off eventually from the first rejection. But do you have any final thoughts on the Bad Batch, on the quiz, on anything? Do you want to like plug anything?
Yeah, TikTok, CorelliaCoffeeWorks. I love this community. It's so much fun being able to hang out and do these trivia nights. And yeah, very excited for next week's episode of The Bad Batch. So just thank you and happy to be here.
Absolutely. Choco, any final thoughts?
This was a lot of fun. I can't wait till we get to the final trivia test. I'm gonna have a lot of fun making that. And you guys did awesome. So we appreciate you guys, the community. Want to do everything we can to make things fun and engaging for you guys. So yeah, that's why we're doing this. And also, yeah, shout out to Level Up Lightsabers, who's making this possible. We got an awesome prize, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So Master Allen definitely deserves a shout out here.
Absolutely. Go check out at Level Up Light 1, I believe, on TikTok. And of course, leveluplightsaber.com. We have links in our bios for you to go check out the lightsabers. But check him out on TikTok as well. He also makes great content, and he does, the opposite of unboxings. He does the boxing, ships it out live, so you don't have any distrust issues with a lightsaber vendor. You'll order it, and then you could just join us live and see if he's packing your order, which is awesome in terms of a vendor. Of course, the lovely and beautiful CorelliaCoffeeWorks. Great Star Wars content, great takes. If you want someone who's got great funny takes and is just overall very talented, entertaining, follow her, guys. And let me give a shout out to everyone else in the chat for tuning in and sticking around for the quiz. Ace Bronx, Ace at Astra, Arya L, Brooke, Brian with the Bread, Cad Bane, Cal 4, Charlie Johnson, Klein Saunier, Darth Porkins, Aerith Productions, Jedi Wookie, Justin M, Levi, Logan Brancho, Master 2187, Mentally Ill Sith Lord, Saint Pat, Tommy P, X-Core Gamer Skills. Thank you guys for tuning in. That is the end. On to the next one.
For light and for life.
We are all the Republic.
And may the Force be with you.